Hey guys, and welcome to my first ever chatty video. My name's Alicia and today I want to share my first year university experience with you guys because a lot of my friends are starting uni this year and I have so many questions about what to expect and what I learned from the transition from secondary to tertiary education. So I'm studying computer science at Newcastle University and I'm in my second year now, so I'm about halfway through my degree. If you firmed a university offer, then congratulations, and you should be so proud of how far you've come. But if you're still waiting on offers to come through from other universities, then don't worry, you just have to be patient. But if you're watching this, then you're probably wondering what to do next. So immediately after I firmed my Newcastle offer, I jumped straight onto Facebook and I joined the official freshers page for all Newcastle students who were due to start in September. And there were so many introductory posts on that page from people who were trying to find their flatmates and course mates. So I think I posted something along the lines of, "Hi, I'm Alicia and I'm studying computer science, I'll be living here," and then before I knew it I was added to a computer science group and also a group for the halls of residence that I stayed in. So it was great, and I started to look around for my future course mates and flatmates. And I actually found a few people. I even arranged to meet up with some of them before the start of term, so that was really good, and you know, it really helped to ease my anxiety about going through Freshers Week alone. So I strongly suggest you do this if you firmed your university offer and you have time to do it, because it's always nice to meet the people you're going to be living with or working with beforehand. So the actual day that I moved in, I was just so full of excitement that the anxiety that I had about meeting all of these new people in one go, it completely diminished. As soon as I moved in, we started chatting, we got to know each other, we sat around the table, and you know, the generic conversation starter came up, which was, what are you studying, where are you from, which you'll have to get used to in Freshers Week because everyone's just going to be asking the same thing. But it was really, really good fun. And then later that evening there was a bar crawl that the university organised for everyone, and it was just great because, you know, alcohol and needing to meet a bunch of strangers, it made sense. So if you're not really into the whole partying scene, then that's okay, because your university will definitely offer daytime events as well as nighttime events. So in our Freshers Week we had paddle boarding, there was table tennis, there was like a trip to the local beer factory, there was also, there were food crawls that were organised, so you know, you'd just follow a group of people and they take you around the best restaurants in Newcastle. So in Freshers Week there will definitely be something for everyone. Also, go to your university's society fair and join as many societies as possible. Maybe not join, but at least sign up, so that, you know, you can stay in the loop on anything exciting that's going on. You don't have to go to all the icebreaker events either, but just go so you can see what your university has to offer. As soon as the work bit came around, because believe it or not, you have to attend lectures at uni, I already had some lecture buddies who have become my best friends now. But the workload was manageable, definitely manageable, because in the first few weeks most of your lectures will be you know, an introduction to this and an introduction to this module, so there will all be introductory lectures, so there won't be much going on. But something that I experienced was, I guess, a little bit of, it wasn't overwhelming, but a bit of course mate intimidation. I came from a programming free background, so I wasn't as skilled, and I didn't quite have the finesse that most people on my course already had in the area of programming. I started to get a little bit frustrated in some of the tutorials to begin with because I was still adapting to the new teaching techniques. You'll notice though, as the year progresses, that everyone will start to kind of even out academically. You'll establish really good rapport with your course mates. You'll consider them more as allies as opposed to you know, competition. But of course it's subjective. Everyone will experience the first few weeks differently. My advice to you is not to worry if you experience this. Everyone's probably thinking the same thing that you're thinking. They're probably worried that they don't know enough to start the course. Trust me, things will even out as the term goes on. Revise regularly, but not after every single lecture. So be realistic. Only first year after all, and you kind of want to spend most of your time experimenting with different learning styles because it is different to what you're used to in high school. The lecturers won't approach you, obviously. You have to go out of your way to make sure that you understand the content and ask any questions. Definitely use other resources such as books and articles. I watched a lot of YouTube videos because in our maths module I found it a little bit tricky. If I needed extra help, I just YouTubed how to work out something. So use other resources and definitely check out your university's library. I think another really important thing to consider is money as well. Being able to manage your money well is a vital skill to have, especially if you're getting a student loan. Again, I was alright with managing my money in first year because I knew exactly how much was coming in and how much was going out of my account for my accommodation. So I managed to budget around that, and I used a kind of deducting method to budget. So it was kind of like a brute force way, but I would give myself a budget every single day and then at the end of the day subtract however much I'd spent on food or whatever from it, and then what did I do? And then I calculated overall how much I had left and divided it by however many weeks or days I had, and somehow managed to work out whether I'd overspent that day or if I had more money to spend the next day. I don't know what system it was, but it worked for me. I mean, I'm not using it now, but in first year it somehow worked. Also, I should probably warn you now that the takeaways, those regular trips to KFC and McDonald's, will add up in the long run. Definitely put money aside for alcohol because drinks can be expensive. If you have a bank account, which you probably should consider getting if you're going to uni, definitely look into getting an overdraft as well, because it's always nice to have a safety net, because there may be payments that you'll have to make unexpectedly, such as payments for train tickets. You might have to put a deposit down for your second year house. There's just get an overdraft. I don't think it's that difficult to do if you go into the bank and speak to someone about it. Milk all of the student discounts, download uni days, download student beans. If your university is affiliated with the National Union, I think, what is it, the National Union of Students, then get an NUS card. But you probably know about all of this. But in Freshers Week, if you don't, there'll be people telling you about these things. But student discounts, definitely milk them as much as possible. For most people, settling into uni is not easy at all. Especially if you're far away from home and you're an international student. I mean, this goes without saying, but call home regularly. Even if your parents aren't that far away or your family aren't that far away from uni, it's always nice to hear a familiar voice every now and then. Also, just remember that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of students at your uni who will be in the same boat as you. If you're from overseas and you're missing cultural things like food and hearing your native language, then look around and see if you can join any societies for your culture, because it's always nice to connect with people outside of your course. So all I can say is keep an open mind and don't be afraid to try new things, getting the most that you can out of your university experience. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, then please feel free to leave a comment down below, or you can message me or whatever, and I'll be thrilled to reply. So yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.